Hello guys, welcome back to Red Hot TV today. Oro worshippers impose 7-day curfew. Women, visitors to remain indoors. After the forceful exit of Fulani herders from Igangan in Ibarapa North local government area of Oyo State by youth in the town, a mandatory curfew has been imposed by Oro worshippers. Igangan Development Advocates, Mr. Oladokun Oladiran, who is the leader of the association, dismissed the claims that the festival was to ward off any reprisal attacks by the herders. He explained that the Oro festival, which usually lasts 7 days, began about 6 days ago. During the festival, restriction of movement is enforced, especially for women and non-indigenes of the town. He said, things are quiet in Igangan as Oro Festival curfew is now ongoing. It's been on for some days now. Today is Ahamo, meaning stay indoors. All must be indoor. It has been on since the last 7 days, but today is the peak. All women will be indoors until around 12 noon tomorrow. He said for the first time, residents of the town could now breathe a sigh of relief. He noted that hundreds of people in Ibarapa would be eternally grateful to Sunday Igboho for coming to their rescue. He said, year in, year out, several years under the continuous woes of Fulani banditry, Igangan's hope of regaining their peace kept being dimmed until Friday, January 21st, 2021, when the whole of Ibarapa land suddenly went agog with renewed strength of reclaiming their land. The long-awaited, sought and longed for a ray of hope for liberation glimmered in the form of Chief Sunday Adeyemo Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Igboho. Such a massive uproar might never have attended any saga in recent Ibarapa history. It was not surprising, for not a single household in Ibarapa Northwest could boast of unscathed life in the hand of the ever-terrorizing herders. For several years, farm plundering was their full-time business, which grew audaciously in leaps and bounds, even as the Seriki Saliu ensured that no Fulani was prosecuted, even for offenses they were caught pants down perpetrating. With no disciplinary measures ever meted out to the now revengeful Fulani headsmen, their audacity was leapt in bounds, from just grazing upon the sweats of Ibarapa farms to maiming and lynching any farmer who dares raise a voice in deference to their destructive resolve. And as if it would never end, the era of heart-numbing fear that trickled into the very marrow of Igangan started years ago. Notorious Fulani criminals increased spades of kidnappings and bloodshed upon the whole of Ibarapa land. Coming on the heels of his ascension to a greater throne, Seriki Abdulkadir Saliu, who was alleged to have deployed a regiment of some vicious Fulani to depose even a rival Seriki to further solidify his entrenchment and perpetuation in power. Having secured this supreme power, the beastly tendencies unleashed upon Ibarapa land took an alarming and heightened dimension as he kept harboring and shielding all Fulani criminals. Men were butchered on their farms, farmers abandoned their indigenous lands as hordes of Fulani took over Ibarapa people's farmlands. This ushered in an era of Fulani clans migrating into the vast, fertile, and lush lands of the indigenous people of Igangan and Ibarapa. They settled majestically on hijacked lands and even cultivated the lands with land ownership authority. It would needlessly infuriate Fulani headsmen to see the indigenous people of Ibarapa still daring to cultivate their indigenous land. They often feel slighted and insulted by the insistence of the landowners on wanting to farm for their livelihood. So, in at least a week, a gory butchering of unsuspecting farmers perceived by Fulani herders as a never giving up impediment assumed an unchallenged normalcy. Gradually, the people started losing counts of death tolls. Young and old kept being butchered, while the various sordid images of mutilated and dissected bodies from a nightmarish torment upon the people's memories. He concluded, well, everything has ended with the manifestation of Sunday Igboho. However, Nigerians have reacted to this. Some are in support, some are not in support. Some people feel it could lead to a tribal war. And some people feel the Fulani herders are being strengthened by the ascendancy of President Muhammadu Buhari. Poshet Mina wrote, she said, the worst part is most politicians and political figures are just sitting on the fence. They are not ready to jeopardize their 2023 agenda, trying to please the kingmakers even at the detriment and ruin of their tribesmen. Wike gave 500 million naira to sympathize with Sokoto State recently. What single good has the North ever done for Rivers State? Oyinbo massacre didn't mean anything because the Westerners felt safe and unconcerned. Now it's happening live and direct. Take the laws into your hands and defend yourselves, or wait to die in the hands of our cow brethren. It's just sickening and frustrating. Mbise 1000 wrote, I remember in 2015, they will call us whalers, is referring to the Easterners, and we will tell them that he who wills last wills loudest. Anyways, our position still remains what it has been. We've rejected Buhari from the beginning and still do. Anyways, again, that will not stop some people from loving those that murdered them and hating us that pose no threat to them. They will come to this thread not to condemn what is happening, but to insult Igbos and Kano. Okay? Speaking for the Igbo people. And Nedu wrote, you and your fellow Yorubas voted Buhari despite what's happened under Lam Adesina. If it was an Igbo man who went to confront Lam Adesina, would you vote him? You were expecting Buhari to die and a repeat of the Yaradua Jonathan saga, but this time with Yorubas as the beneficiary. But God said no. Otipoju wrote, Yorubas by default do not like trouble. They prefer peace and like to do their faji and celebrate life. But if trouble comes looking for them, they will welcome the trouble and give it such a nice time that next time it will think twice before looking for them. This is why people falsely assume that they are cowards. Until everything's set, then you will know that they are not nice, especially over land matters. Okay? Mana BBQ Grease wrote, we remembered how we used to live as brothers, as sisters in our darling nation with these same Fulani headsmen. The times we gave them water and food to herdsmen journeying across the nation as they go on their business peacefully, just with their sticks for their cattle and kettles for their prayers. May it never be well with troublemakers in our darling nation. May it never be well with all evil headsmen and all their sponsors. Okay? So whatever you have to say concerning this, will this thing really escalate? Will it give morale to other tribal groups against the Fulani group in various parts of the country? So guys, whatever you have to say concerning this, drop your comments in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.